Okay, so I'm out here in the woods already. Looking for a spot to where I can actually start doing some building, to where I can put up a structure and everything to video for the Alone TV show. As you can see, everything is pretty well wet because it rained last night. Pretty good. Got ourselves a nice little marsh right here. And some little I have to use my phone to film this because I lost my GoPro. There's a nice clearing. Check this out. As you can see, there's nothing really overhead. No widow makers or anything. So that would be a good thing. And then you got clear view pretty much all around, so you could actually see if anything is coming, like wildlife or whatnot. Nice open area to where you could, you know, make a pretty decent outing out here. Now that would be a good little spot for a shelter. Take a step back so you can see. It's got the natural canopy over it. I have my tarp and stuff with me. I could tie up some rope or tie up some paracord across those two trees, drape my tarp across it, and have a nice little shelter. I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, so as I was looking at this area here, it's still a good little shelter area, but there's some water right there, and if it rains too much, you're liable to get flooded out. There are steps you could take to prevent yourself from getting flooded out by, you know, just raising this up a little bit with some logs and stuff, and then laying your shelter on the top of that, to where that way you can be out of the water. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep looking for a better spot. Although this is a good spot, got the natural little canopy over the head of us, to where that way, and the trees aren't dead, so that way you ain't got to worry about them falling and anything. And if they did, they're not big, so they really wouldn't hurt you. You know, give you a couple scratches or something. But I'm going to keep looking, see what I can find. If I can't find anything else, I'll come back here and I'll throw up a makeshift shelter for, you know, for now the time being. So here we are. Got all these nice little palm ferns that are good, you know, to make a permanent shelter. You could use those for a roof after you build your shelter. And then you could also use those for to lay down on, so that way you're not laying directly on the log when you make yourself a little log cot to sleep on after you throw, and it'll be a little bit more padding than just your sleeping bag. And plus, when those dry out, like there's some over here that are dried out, if they weren't wet from the rain, like right there, those make great fire starters. Get that going, and you can pretty much burn pretty much anything. And to keep your fire burning really good, get it going good, and get these logs going. Even if these logs are wet on the outside, you can split them, get to the dry stuff in the middle, and you'll be able to have yourself a nice little cozy fire. So it's hard to find a spot that's dry right now because of the rain we've had. Might just have to pitch up a little a makeshift shelter for now, and just when I go to lay down the logs that I'm gonna lay my sleeping bag on, I could sit on that, so I'm not sitting on the wet ground. Ooh, there's a nice log right there for your frame. Brace that up in between the two trees or something. Have yourself a nice little A-frame shelter with that. Alright.